So hello everyone, in today's session we are going to discuss about the latest IMU-CET questions. These are some previously memory based questions, so let us understand the concept and know the logic behind them. So let's dig into the topic without any further delay. Okay, so the question. So this question asks about the antonym for benevolent. So basically benevolent means a strong, kind, caring and a generous person. So the opposite for the particular word can be cruel, because cruel means something harsh or unkind. So you see here the answer for this question is cruel. Next question. So the next question states about what is the meaning of the word benevolence. So benevolence again means it's a noun form of benevolent, so it means kindness, generosity and wishing good for others. Let's go for the next question, which is a speech delivered at a funeral. So what is a speech delivered in a funeral? It's called eulogy. Why? Because eulogy is a speech which is given to praise or honor a person who died, or usually during a funeral. Okay, now next go to the next question, the fourth one. So a person who can speak several languages fluently is known as what? So poly. Okay, so the word here poly. So poly means many, okay, and glot means language. So polyglot is someone who is fluent in several languages. Okay, let's go to the next question, which is the fifth one. So a person who is capable of doing many different tasks together is called what? So again, polymath is a knowledge or expertise in many different subjects. So here, like polymath. Next question. A group of goats is known as what? So these things we are learning from right back from our LKG classes. So a group of goats is known as herd. Okay. Next question. A group of flamingos is known as what? So some animals have specific collective nouns. So a group of flamingo is a very creativity can be known as a flamboyance. Okay, or you can tell out flamboyance. So the correct answer for this is flamboyance. Next question. What is the antonym of primitive? So primitive means old-fashioned. Okay, old-fashioned or belongings to early stage of development. So the opposite or the antonym can be modern. Okay. Ninth one. What is the antonym of massive? So as we all know, massive means huge. Okay, so the best word which we can put here is tiny. So the opposite or the antonym for massive can be tiny. Now 10th. So if we see here, what is the idiom? Let sleeping dog lie. What does it mean? So the idiom here means do not disturb a peaceful situation, because it may create problems again. Okay, so it means to avoid a situation that is currently very peaceful. Okay, next question. It may rain today, full stop. You dash take an umbrella. Okay, so what can be the possible answer to this? So the correct answer which will fit here is should, because should is used to for some advice or a suggestion. So since rain is possible, so carrying an umbrella is a recommendation or recommended. So that's why we should use should here. Next. Now state the meaning. So what can be this correct meaning to this? The correct meaning to put this particular word can be enduring pain or difficulty without complaint. So a stoic person stays calm and strong during difficult situations without even expressing. So the correct answer to this is enduring pain or difficulty without complaint. And here let me tell you, without complaint can also be referred to as without expressing its feeling. Okay. Next. So fatigue is to relieve and stress is to what? So it is an analogical question where relief reduces fatigue. Okay. So similarly, relaxation reduces what? So the relaxation can reduce stress. So the correct answer will be relaxation. Next answer. What is the synonym for arduous? So arduous can mean sometimes very difficult or required a lot of effort. Okay, so it can be difficult. Next, what is the synonym for dynamic? So dynamic you can describe dynamic as a thing or a person who is hyperactive or all the time active and energetic and full of movements. So we can use the word energetic here for dynamic. Next one. Now we will be discussing the shift 2 questions. So the first question says, what is the meaning of propel? So very similarly we use propellers in ship. So why do we use propellers? To push the ship forward. So similarly the correct answer will be to drive or push forward. So this is the meaning of propel. Now next, what is the meaning of omnipotent? So omnipotent can be described as first we'll break the word. So omni, what does the word omni means? So omni means all. Okay, and the word here potent. So potent means very powerful. So omnipotent means having unlimited power. So the correct answer can be powerful, all powerful. Now next, what is the meaning of ambiguous? So an ambiguous is a statement which is very unclear and can have more than one meaning. So the answer can be open or more than one interpretation. Now next, so bouquet is to flower and necklace is to what? So if you see here, a bouquet is usually made out of flowers, correct? So what is a necklace made out of? So yeah, the necklace can be made out of chains, beads, gold, anything. But a bouquet is particularly dedicated to flowers. Okay, we won't call for example, if we use some other material, we can't call it bouquet, right? So bouquet is particularly dedicated to flowers. So what it can be dedicated to necklace. So similarly we can chain. So chain is a different pattern of a necklace. Then gold is the material. So similarly the word here beads. So we usually use beads in necklace, right? So the particular answer can be beads. If bouquet is to flowers, as necklace is to beads. Okay. Now next, what is the opposite of conscience? So conscience means very short and clear. Okay, but what can be the opposite towards this? So the opposite can be verbose. Why? Because this particular word means that using too many words. Okay, unlike conscience, which means using one particular word, okay, which will make everything clear and short. But verbose means that using many words at a time. Next, the next can be choose the correct synonym for the word naive. So first of all, what is naive? So naive is a person who is very innocent, inexperienced, or too trusting. Okay, so it's all good qualities, right? So what is the synonym? So synonym can be clever. No, clever is not a synonym for a naive, because naive means a person who is very innocent. As we see the second option, innocent. It's right mentioned here. So the correct synonym for the word naive is innocent. We can't use aggressive, no. We can't even use confident, because the word naive here means innocent, inexperienced, or a person who trusts easily. Okay? Now next, and the last one. So choose the correct meaning of the phrases and make a beeline. So what do you mean by make a beeline? So make a beeline is a phrase, okay, and this phrase means to go quickly or directly towards something without wasting time. Like bees, bees like make the buzzing noise and they go straight into their aim. So what's the correct meaning to this? So it means to go quickly and directly towards something. Okay, so this can be the particular answer towards this question. And these were few questions that were recently asked in the latest IMU-CET 2026 examination. I hope you guys performed well, and this lecture will help you. Thank you for joining.